Who drank my goddamn apple juice? Who drank my goddamn
coffee?
Hey, you're now listening to Coffee and Apple Juice, a podcast.
I usually listen to it when I'm on my way to work.
Real, raw, and uncut conversations with Aisha Hadiya.
Okay. So the name of my podcast is Coffee and Apple Juice, the podcast. I talk about a lot of relationship stuff, but when I saw that you guys were starting a podcast about single moms after dark, I definitely wanted to bring you guys on so y'all could tell us a little bit more about your podcast, and hopefully this will get y'all a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Like it'll put y'all in a little bit of spotlight. Okay. I can't hear y'all.
You can't hear?
Oh, I can now. Okay. So if you want, y'all can start out by just telling me your names and then telling us a little bit about your podcast.
So we are Single Moms After Dark. I'm Reed, which is Karina, and this is E, which is Erica. And the reason why we started the podcast is because moms need to hear this conversation. Me and my best friend, we used to talk on the phone literally every morning and just pour it out, say what we need to say, and then go to work and act like nothing happened. So this podcast is for every mom that needs to just let it out. And conversations that I feel like a lot of Black women don't talk about too.
Okay.
Well. Like postpartum depression, dealing with multiple baby daddies, dealing with child support, no child support, and working at the same time. So
I can definitely listen whenever y'all ready to have them conversations. I'm more than welcome to sit down and talk with y'all because I got some shit to say when it comes to that. I swear I do. On everything you just said, I got a conversation for it.
And the thing is, a lot of women do have a lot to say about it, but because conversations like especially on social media, people say, "Oh, well, you know what you were getting yourself into when you was in a relationship with him, or when you got pregnant by him." No, boo-boo, how? Yep. How? Because if I knew he wasn't an ain't shit ass nigga, I wouldn't have had his baby.
Yep.
That's common sense. But we talk about things like that as well. And especially, spirituality, dealing with family members, people that say they're going to help you and don't know what help means. They only help you when it's convenient for them, not out of the convenience for you.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. So when do you guys plan on dropping your first episode?
I think it's beginning of February. I think probably on that Saturday was the first Saturday in February. Was it the 5th? The second?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but okay. So the first week of February.
Yeah, the first week of February.
Okay.
We just want to, like I said, like you said, the uncomfortable conversations, the conversations that people are really afraid to really say out loud. Oh, we're gonna say it out loud because that platform. That's what we're trying to give the women that are single parents. And I'm not talking about single parents that have boyfriends living with you. That's not single parenting. We're talking about we're solely doing it by ourselves. And we want to just give women time to chime in and say, hey, this is what we go through. We're here. Like, this is what we go through. We just want to discuss it and have women feel comfortable and to say, hey, I'm not alone. Because some things, there's a lot of shit we talk about that people don't like to talk about out loud for the sake of
being
society.
judged.
Trying to be shamed. Yeah, being shamed by society. And no, that's not what we're doing. We want to put it out there. It's been a few years that we've been talking about this, so we was just like, it's no time like the present.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you guys experiencing like any struggles with getting your podcast started?
The main struggle was us, honestly.
Yeah.
The main struggle is us. Reason being because I hit a health issue and my health went down quick. So, and within that, it was like, okay, we knew we wanted to do this. We didn't know how. We didn't know when to start. It was very hard. Now I'm in a better place health-wise and mentally and financially where we're able to actually put forward the work into getting it off the ground. Finally, able to do that.
Okay. Well, I haven't been podcasting long, but definitely reach out to me if you need me. I know you said that you was in a better space financially, but do understand that when it comes to podcasting, you don't necessarily have to have money. My main platform is Anchor. Anchor lets you upload and record your podcast for free. That's not really a plug, but it's kind of a plug. But yeah, so just reach out to me anytime you guys have any questions or anything. If y'all want to learn how to get your podcast on different platforms like Apple, Spotify, YouTube, all of that, reach out to me and I'll gladly help you guys get this podcast off the ground, because it's definitely going to be one of my favorites. I look forward to listening to all of your episodes. As a single mother myself, no boyfriend, no child support. I can definitely say this will definitely be one of my favorites, because like you said, it's a lot of conversations that us as Black women, us as single mothers, us as moms, it's a lot of things that we be wanting to talk about, that we be just wanting to get off our chest, that we're not allowed the space to do so, because we have the fear of being judged by society. We have the fear of just being judged by our peers. And of course, you know, they say, well, if you need child support, then you don't need the child. But what they not saying is it took two people to make the child. So it's going to take two people to raise the child. And it's going to take two financial incomes to take care of the child. And what child support is support of the child from the lacking parent or the parent that is not in the picture. But nobody wants to mention that part. They're just mentioning, oh, well, you need child support, so you can't take care of the child. That's not the case, because I do this every day, all day, hands down. What I want you to understand is you need to pay child support I'm holding you accountable for the part you played. You know what I'm saying? So trust me, I am so ready and looking forward to this podcast, and I wish you ladies the best. Anytime y'all need me, reach out to me. I promise I will help y'all with whatever y'all need.
Not to mention, when you put the child's father on child support, all of a sudden you become bitter.
Oh, girl.
That conversation.
Girl.
That conversation. How all of a sudden I'm bitter because I need your financial support with supporting your child.
Your child. Yes.
Not when it's convenient for you or when you have the money, because best believe when the babies is sick and I gotta wake up in the middle of the night to get them medicine, to feed them, to do what I need to do to nurture them back to health. You at home in the bed with another bitch or doing whatever the fuck you want to do.
Not to mention when you have to call out from work because the child has a doctor's appointment, the child has a dentist appointment, the child has soccer, the child has basketball, the child has this, the child has that. And see, what I have a child who, if she say she's sick, and she could be lying. She coughed one time and all of a sudden she got COVID. Like she literally looked at a bottle of cough syrup and automatically get sick. Like I got one of them. So I'm always constantly having to call out of work. I'm always constantly responsible for finding a babysitter. But don't let me go out and decide to have a good time and then I'm unfit.
Right.
I can't go to the club and enjoy a glass of wine or enjoy a couple shots with my friends because I'm unfit.
There you go.
Those are the conversations. Those are the conversations
okay.
We're talking about, right?
Listen, and I'm all for it.
Let's try having a person like while having kids. The most conversations me and my best friend have is dating while being a single mother. When I tell you that shit is so damn hard, because first of all, okay, let's stay with the first of all.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I don't want to be mommy all the time.
There we go.
I don't want to be mommy all the time. I don't want to be mommy gotta go and pick you up from for basketball practice, and then we gotta go home and do homework. Oh, and then you got a project, and we gotta do that. Sometimes I want a man to say, you know what?
Babe, I got
it. A lot. Let's go out to dinner. Let me treat you like a woman. Don't let the baby daddy find out.
Girl, let me tell y'all something.
Conversations.
Dating as a single parent, to believe it or not, it gets harder as your children get older. And let me speak from my point of view. So I have 4 kids. My oldest is 15. Then I have 14, 11, and then 9. Okay. So here's why it's harder for me as my children get older, because my children understand a lot more now. So they're more aware. So it'll affect them more now if they see people in and out versus when they're little and they're not quite understanding, right? So it's like we're in the house for a snowstorm. So my job called us out for work tomorrow because of a snowstorm that's supposed to be coming through this evening. So all my kids are at my mom's house. Okay. Thank God for her. And it's like the only time I get to see a guy friend, or the only time I want to see a guy friend, is if my kid's not at home. I don't want to get comfortable with introducing my children to too many of the friends that I'm just talking to. Because we haven't even got to sleeping with each other yet. So I don't want to get comfortable with introducing my kids to just a bunch of my guy friends. I definitely don't want to get comfortable with bringing them in and out of our personal space, which is our home. So it's like when I do decide to have company, whether we're just enjoying a meal, listening to music, hanging out, or even if we is just sleeping together, that's shit that I don't want to do around my kids. I'd rather do that when my kids aren't here, right? So it's like it's not rare, or it's extremely rare that I don't have that my kids are not at home. My kids love being at home. They're extremely comfortable in their space. So imagine me thinking about getting back into the dating scene. And it's like, okay, now I have to find time to find a babysitter so that now I can go out. Okay. Right. But I'm such a homebody. I don't want to have to go out. So I try online dating. That's the worst. I don't recommend it at all.
Girl, let me tell you something. Listen, a damn 0 out of 10 recommendation. Okay.
Because nobody is ever who they supposed to be. Nobody is never what they profile state they is. They profile is simply the representative. And as soon as you meet them, you was like, wait, you didn't mention this in your profile. Like,
that's really true. They go crazy. They be a real. It's online dating is like the worst, like the absolute worst. Now, a couple years back, like 2012, I had a very successful online relationship, like starting online relationship. Very successful, but that's very one in a fucking million. Are we allowed to curse?
It works for yes, you are. As single parents, we are allowed to curse, drink in the afternoons, all the things. Okay, all the things you're allowed to do that.
All the time. So the relationship me and my best friend have is that we allow each other to cry on the phone.
Oh my God, yes.
You're supposed to.
When we on the phone and I'm like, I'm about to be emotional right now. She says, it's okay. Go ahead.
Do it.
And I cry.
Yes.
And I cry because sometimes it's like it's so frustrating, especially, I love my mom to death. And I know I had these kids on my own. And I know that, I'm supposed to take care of them. But sometimes if my mom come from a single parent home come from a single parent, she knows what it feels like to be a single parent. She sees me being a single parent. Right. I just want that reassurance, like I got you. She just recently started that now because when I had got sick or whatever the case may be, but it's really important for single mothers to have that tribe, that person where you can trust your kids with them and you don't have to worry about them being, mistreated or anything like that. Luckily, I'm able to depend on my mother a lot, and a lot of people don't have that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have to wear, and even though like my mom is like willing to keep them whenever she wants to, whatever I need her to keep them, I still feel that mother guilt. Like these are my babies, these my kids. Like I don't have to go out with this man. He'll be all right. Just different sacrifices we made for our children, but not knowing that it's really detrimental to us. Like we need that,
right? Because we put ourselves on the back burner because they need us. These are our children. So you put yourself. That's what we want to talk about. Like we're trying to bring all these issues to the forefront and be like, it's okay because you're not alone. This is not what you're not going through this by yourself. Like this is stuff that we feel on a daily damn basis. Yeah. So we just want to bring it to the forefront because a lot of people won't talk about it because they feel like you said the fear of judgment and saying that, oh well, you shouldn't have did this. Ma'am, stop. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna bring it. We're gonna bring it real and bring it very raw. Yeah. And we want people to be prepared for that.
Yeah. One thing you mentioned about parents. So like I would hate, God forbid any of us had that one parent that always wanted us to learn our lesson. So they don't pitch in and help as much because you laid down and you had those kids, so they want you to learn your lesson. So God forbid any of us had that type of parent. God forbid any of us was raised by a narcissistic parent. So now we're narcissistic and we're raising children with this narcissistic mindset. And guess what? Our children grow to be narcissistic because those are the behaviors that they learn. So listen, when I tell you guys, y'all got a gym on y'all hands and y'all don't even know it, I promise y'all this is going to kick off because there are so many topics that you guys can discuss about just under the umbrella of being a single parent alone, not to mention the relationship that a lot of us mothers have with our own mother, whether it be good or bad. Not to mention the headache and heartache and pain that we're going through with our own daughters, who are literally many versions of us. Not to mention generational trauma. Not to mention being single mothers and attracting no good ass niggas because we was never shown love by our fathers. Listen.
Let me tell you something. You got
y'all back because y'all need to bring me on y'all show because I got some shit to say. Okay. Like
we are.
There is when I tell y'all the bucket is it's never gonna be full when it comes to the topic of conversation with you guys' platform because there's just so many avenues y'all can take. So many avenues y'all can take. Like a lot of parents don't want to admit that a lot of our children are suffering from depression at a young age. They see us struggling. God forbid they think it's their fault. Not to mention, everybody in my house suffers from ADHD. Everybody. We all suffer from ADHD. So it's like, I'm getting aggravated because you won't sit the hell down. I can't stay focused on washing the dishes because something done happened over here. So I got a pile of trash in the middle of the floor that I haven't picked up yet because I had to stop to go do this. Then my brain started doing all this other shit. So now I'm over here doing that. That pile of trash still sitting in the middle of the floor. Like, listen, the people ain't gonna get it. The girls that get it, and the girls that don't. Okay, because when I tell you this, it is so real out here. Yeah, it is so real out here. And then we want to talk about dating.
Yeah, sometimes it can feel lonely, and that's why I'm so thankful for her because I don't think I had any like real genuine in my adult life relationship with a woman. And a lot of people don't understand our dynamic. They don't understand our relationship. Everybody questions, why do you always go over there? Or why do you always talk to her on the phone? Or why is it always her?
That's your person. That's your person.
She always got my back. She's the person I can call at 3 o'clock in the morning, boohoo crying. When the situation happened, when my daughter was born, and I was diagnosed with a freaking life-changing disease, she was there. I didn't have to ask her to be there. I didn't have to ask her to watch over my children. I didn't have to ask for anything. She genuinely was there for me. So when we start having these conversations, I said, I feel like we need to tell people our stories.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to talk so they can hear that if they don't have a person, that we can be there. We can be that for them. We can be the voice that a lot of women need. And I feel like a lot of women have a lot of guilt as well when it comes to choosing the fathers of our children.
Not only that, but a lot of women have guilt of just choosing themselves sometimes. As parents, we feel like we have to give 1,000% to our kids. But in the midst of me giving 1,000% to my kids, I'm losing myself.
Oh yeah.
So I feel guilty that I decided to eat my takeout in the car in the driveway instead of coming in the house and sharing it with everybody else. Like that, I feel guilty sometimes.
Girl, let me say something. Do not feel guilty. You eat your takeout in the damn driveway.
And listen, And then because I'm too lazy to walk the trash to the car to the trash can behind the house, I'll leave it and then throw it away at work the next day. But I forgot my daughter need to go to the beauty supply store. So she gets in the car. Mama, what's this?
Right.
Why you didn't bring us none? So listen, I know I'm not the only one that does that.
Girl,
I know I'm not the only one that do that.
it's been so many times where we get off work, because we both get off work mainly most of the time at 5. So we'll call each other and I'll be like, bitch, look, I done got me some Krispy Kreme, or I done got me some Chipotle, and I'm eating it on the way to the house to pick them up, girl. Because they don't want some. And you can't get none because it's for me. This is my time. This is my area.
Mommy need time. Whether
oh my God,
on the way to picking her up from school or daycare, whether it's you putting them down, they got a bedtime 8:30. You have your hour or two to yourself drinking your wine, or if you wake up an hour early just so you can meditate and have that personal time with yourself.
Right.
Like we make so many sacrifices for our children, and these.
Don't even go there. We're not going, because she was gonna say ain't shit ass daddy. That's what she was gonna say. Okay.
These men who run these streets and impregnate the nerve to have other baby mamas after they left you to take care of one of their seeds. The nerve of you to even comment on my life when you haven't even tapped into my life.
Okay.
Like, I'm sick of it. So this single mom after dark, we talk about everything under the moon.
And it's after dark. It's an after dark situation.
So anything goes.
Anything goes.
Listen, I am all here for it, okay? Because when I tell y'all, like I told y'all, the conversation is endless when it comes to just single mothers just getting shit off their chest.
That's it.
Okay? Just look, let it all out on the mic, because when I tell you, I don't think y'all understand how excited I am for you guys to get this off the ground. I cannot wait to sit here and be listening to this and be like, yup, I used to do that same shit. Yup. Like, I am just super excited for you guys. I can't believe I didn't think of it first. I love the idea. I wish y'all the best, because girl, and like just sit here think like I've been trying to have this conversation with y'all for like over a month now, but because of different issues that this
is what's been the delay with us. It's just things that happen, and we always have to put our children first in those type of situations. So that's literally what's been the delay, being a single mom. So what other better topic in podcast to start than to start this conversation up? You know, with I love it though. We're so excited.
We're excited.
I look forward to being the first listener. I'm gonna download it every however often y'all record and upload, I will be listening. I promise you that. I will be texting Karina like, listen, y'all need to talk about this, or y'all need to start talking about this. And look at what happened in the news today. Talk about, like, I want to support you guys.
The baby situation was such a trigger for me.
Y'all like the show so far and looking forward to listening to more episodes from Coffee and Apple Juice, the podcast? Buy me a coffee. Click the link in my description to buy me a coffee. Basically, what you're doing is making a small donation to my platform so that I can keep my show going. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. Now let's get back to the show.
That coffee.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're gonna have an episode.
We have an episode with that too.
Yeah.
So I covered that situation as well. I was extremely disgusted with the baby's behavior. The fact that they put it all on the internet was really what kind of got me. But then it's like, this girl just had a baby. Like, why is you fucking with her while she tried?
Like, come on now. I don't remember my daughter's first 6 months to a year of her life because I had postpartum depression.
And I did too.
And Daddy Lee, she probably don't know, but she probably is going through postpartum depression.
Yes.
And the fact that the baby is actually putting her through this bullshit in front of everybody to see, he disgusts me. Yeah. And this one right here was a huge baby fan.
When I tell you I was like the biggest, like it was a fanatic type situation. I love that man. But when he did that, I was just like, you know what? Let me go ahead and undownload all this motherfucking music on my phone.
Like, no more support.
He humiliated that girl. Yeah, that's what that was.
I did the exact same thing. So what has happened because I'm in because I sit in the chair that I sit in as far as podcasting, and I like to cover a lot of celebrity drama. I did unfollow him on social media, but then I followed him again because I kind of want to keep up with what's going on, so I'll have something to talk about on my platform. But for the most part, he'll never get any more of my money. Never. As long as I have control of it, he'll never get any more of my money. I just felt like that behavior was disgusting. Y'all could have recorded what was going on and just kept it in y'all back pocket, but to post it on the online and embarrass the mother of your child like that, you know what I'm saying?
But she's a narcissist, so that's what
okay.
Girl,
listen, the mental health in that video was just so real. Everybody in the goddamn room needed counseling. The assistant needed it too. Because when I was listening to the baby try to make sense of the whole situation, he made no sense at all. You told us that you went overseas, you went and got her from wherever, or you went to visit her wherever she was at. She told you she didn't feel comfortable, so you brought her back to the States. You got her the best doctor. She had the baby. You even said you put her up in a penthouse, but then you say she just got there a couple weeks ago and the baby damn near 3 months old. Make it make sense.
But then said that
make it make sense. And who show off their side chick like that?
But that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. I was just like, if you're gonna make the girl a side chick, play that part over there. Don't parade her in front of everyone in the world. Do all this stuff. Do a song with her. Everything, but she just stop it.
Bottom line, he was in love with Danny.
Yeah, and he was in love with her. He was wrong.
My whole thing about the side chick conversation, you have to have a main chick to have a side chick. Girl. Nobody eats chicken by itself. They have to have macaroni and cheese. So who is your main?
You know what?
Who is the main? Because last I checked, you weren't with nobody else but Danny Lay. So
yeah.
It's not.
I'm all for her. I'm supporting her. I'm on her side. That was wrong.
That reminded me of my last situation. My daughter's father, and I honestly cried for her because I was like, I was so in my situation. We just from small town. We're from Charlotte, so don't nobody really know my situation. No one knows what I went through, but I do. And the people that was around knows, and I was very much embarrassed in my situation. So just imagine the whole world looking at her.
Girl.
And then the women disgusted me with their comments about her and her decision. To the women that now her, fuck you.
Yeah, because that's
a major fuck you.
Yeah.
Because how fucking dare you?
But you know what? A lot of people don't take into consideration. So everybody know a woman is extremely emotional. Everybody knows that you only have to say a handful of shit to us to make us feel good, and we're gonna fall head over heels for you. What I hate is that we get judged for that.
Girl,
I can't genuinely like you. I can't genuinely fall for you because everybody gonna look at me as soft. But I'm a woman. I'm supposed to be soft. I'm supposed to be lovey-dovey. You know what I'm saying? So I walk around with this whole hard body exterior because it's a defense mechanism. Because when I get soft, now I'm just, you shouldn't have fell for him. And what was you thinking about? Like, come on now.
Let me choose something. Like, don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
which is it? Like, do I need to pick a day of the week on which I can be soft and then, so maybe Mondays and Wednesdays?
Masculine. That's a conversation.
That's another conversation.
Masculine. The reason why a lot of single mothers are masculine is because
we've been put in a position to do it ourselves.
Exactly. So when you have, or if you're ever in a relationship where a man is doing what he's supposed to do as a man for you and your children, you never see that woman being masculine because she has tapped into her feminine energy. He's taking away that masculine for her. He's taking on that role of protection, providing, professing to her. So of course, being feminine is real easy. Like I saw this thing on TikTok where it says, tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. I'll be more than happy to fix your plate. You want something to eat, baby? What you want to eat?
You want a fork or a spoon?
Right. You want
Which one do you want?
Yeah. It's funny, and it's so funny you say that. So like I'm in a space right now where I don't want to entertain anybody. So I'm going through a mental health journey where I'm really just trying to heal from a lot of past trauma, so that when I do decide to get into a new relationship, I won't be bringing old baggage with me, right? And then I'm also trying to heal from past trauma so I can raise my kids in a better light, right? So I had just started spending time with this guy. We're just hanging out, kicking it, Netflix and chilling, nothing physical or anything. And I was just so amazed at how girly I was. I'm a real nigga under this wig on a daily basis. And when I started hanging out, it's like when I started hanging out with this guy,
you got real school girlish, didn't you? You got real school girlish.
Girl, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Right. I'm like, what the fuck going on?
But it's because I haven't had a man share that type of feelings for me, or that attraction for. I haven't had that feeling for a man in such a long time, that I was able to let go of my masculine and dominant ways and just be my girl. That shit felt so good. It feels so good to be a woman when you it was like, I want to cook for you, I want to massage you, I want to cuddle with you, I want to do all the things, right?
That's why Sierra how she is. My God. That's why Sierra is how she is. She went from Future to fucking Russell, and Russell he worships that fucking woman.
Listen, send me my Russell. Please.
Yes,
send me my, because like I said, I felt so good. And it was like, so like a lot of women get chastised for being clingy. When I tell y'all I ain't want this man to leave.
Girl,
honey, I was in here lighting candles, like we was just vibing, okay? I got my good candles going, not them cheap Walmart ones. I got the Bath and Body Works candles in here going.
Honey, you spent some money.
Girl,
it
was doing the teak wood all up and through here. Like, I'm talking about phone on do not disturb. I didn't want nothing to mess up this little vibe, right? We was just vibing so good. So good. Yeah. So we eventually parted ways. He eventually had to leave, and I'm like, damn, what my bonnet? Like, I ain't even had no bonnet on. I wanted to be pretty for the nigga. Like, I need that in my life.
When you want to keep the wig on. When you want to keep the wig on at the end of the day, right? I want to slip it. I want to slip it on motherfucker.
Man, listen, when you got a man in your space that's really just meeting you halfway, that shit make you feel so good as a woman. Like, it make you want to do the things that a lot of women are out here complaining about doing. Like, I was just thinking earlier, like, every time I turn around, there's always an argument on social media about going 50-50 on the bills, right? But if me and this man see eye to eye, and if the goal is to get the mortgage paid, get the kids through college, make sure all the things is done, the groceries is bought for, the food is done, the house is clean, what the fuck difference do it make who pay what?
Exactly.
This is a partnership. It's a partnership. It's a partnership.
Okay. There is no one who is way more important than the other. If you paying the bills and I'm keeping up with everything else, that is 50-50. If we going half on the mortgage and half on the lights and half on the insurance, that's 50-50. Regardless of who pay what, as long as it get done. They just meet me halfway. And I got it.
And that's how the flow goes. And that's how it flows. You know what I'm saying? That's how it flows. That's how you go with no argument. You know what I'm saying? We come in. One thing this is an example, like my dad and his now wife, they normally have this meeting where they go over all of their finances. And they say, this is what needs to be paid. Anytime something comes up or somebody wants to buy something, they have that conversation. Hey, babe, I saw, this right here. Is this okay and cool to purchase? Like they come together and have those conversations, and they've been married for 15 years now. Yeah. And I admire that relationship because it's a partnership. Yeah. One don't move without the approval of the other, and it's not one of those things where it's a controlling thing. It's a thing to say, okay, what is this going to hurt our finances? Yeah. is just going to hinder
Set
us
us
here.
back.
So, right. And they make that decision. They're like, normally they'd be like, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? That shit is beautiful to see. That shit
Yes.
it's just
People
so
don't
fun.
get it. They be so infatuated on the money.
They are. It's a competition.
Yeah.
With a lot of relationships, because the competition in a lot of relationships, and I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
Like I think somebody said women are such in a competition with men, but when did this happen?
And that's a lie. It's more so the men that are in competition with women. And I've been saying this for years. When you took the man out of the house, they forced us to get jobs, start our own business, and support ourselves. And what happens is now we're trying to incorporate men back into the household, and men feel like, well, shit, you got it all taken care of. So what the fuck you need me for? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not necessarily a competition. I feel like in a lot of situations, men don't have a place and they just simply trying to find their place. And I get it, but it's also like women have been put through so much bullshit. We okay with doing it by ourselves, you know? And then it's like, then they wonder why sneaky links is on the rise. Sneaky link relationships is on the rise because I don't have to worry about you cheating on me. I make my own money. I pay my own bills. I take care of my own kids. I just need you to come through and make my legs shake, and then I need you going by $6. That's it. That's all.
I don't need nothing from you.
That's a headache that I don't have to put up with.
Yeah, we got
it. That's all. That's it. The girls that get it, and the girls that don't.
Girls that don't. Okay.
Listen.
If you know, you know.
If you okay.
You know. Okay.
As long as you go by. And see, and then it's like people don't get it. Like, and then it's like we're living in a time where women are actually in control of their bodies. So we're not ashamed to say we outside and we doing this and we doing that. If you see 2 and 3 boyfriends behind your business, like we ain't ashamed to do that no more.
Thank you, because that's I'm cool. I got power. I got control of that. I have control of me.
Mm-hmm.
You can't handle me, Frank. You can't do it. You can't handle me. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that.
Listen.
But you let me get me. You go about your business because I don't have no time for all that.
Okay, and it's not even about not having no time. That's a situation I don't want to have to deal with.
There we go.
I don't want to have to deal with it. I got 4 kids that I have to take care of, and I do a good job. So do I want to be in a relationship with a man who got 6 kids? No, that's a responsibility I don't want to have to deal with, and I don't have to deal with it.
It don't.
Yeah,
it don't.
No thanks.
Right.
Okay.
It don't.
I don't have no baby daddy drama, but I got to put up with your baby mama talking shit when she get ready. I don't have to deal with it. I don't have to deal with it.
Because I don't have to deal with that.
You don't have a car, but I have a car, and because I'm your woman, I feel like I'm obligated to make sure you got a ride. I don't want to have to deal with it. I don't want to have to deal with it.
He ain't got no money. He ain't got no money. He ain't got no money. Stop it. No.
I don't want to have to deal with that. So it's like, man, the dynamics have definitely changed from when our parents and grandparents to us. You know, Black women are the leading entrepreneurs now. Like, we really out here getting it. And it's like, as a Black woman who is extremely successful on my own, I'm not canceling Black men out, because Black men, I tell y'all all the time, I love y'all. I need y'all. We need y'all. But I need y'all to understand the shoe is on the other foot, baby.
There we go.
The shoe is on the other foot.
And the thing is about that, that's just being a Black woman. Then you incorporate children on top of it. So here we go with this podcast. Right. It's a lot. It's another damn level that people they don't know. They do not know. It's another level.
It's a whole nother level. Whole nother level.
Right. And it's a whole nother world. It's a whole nother set of issues. It's a whole nother set of problems, because you're incorporating not only yourself as a Black woman, but your children as well. So it's a totally different dynamic. I don't care what nobody say. Can't nobody tell me shit about being a single mom. It's some other shit to this.
Yeah.
It's not for the weak.
It's not
for the weak. And my heart be going out, because I've seen several situations where like single moms have taken their own lives because they just couldn't deal with it no more. And it's like, It's not for the weak. And let me say this too. I'm not disencouraging anybody to not have children. I feel like having children is a beautiful thing because you putting your stamp on the world. You're raising this person. That can be extremely scary on the other hand, but at the same time, do not let being a single mother disencourage you. Like, don't discourage you. Do not do that. It can be done. My mom is a single mom of 8. And as embarrassing that it is, I'm a single mom of 4. Of that, there's definitely some generational trauma that needs to be healed, but there is nothing wrong with being a single mom. And if you feel like you just at a point where you feel like you can't do it, reach out to me, damn it. Y'all know my email, coffeeapplejuice@gmail.com. I'm all over social media. If you just feel like you going through and you just need somebody to reach out to, call me, text me, email me, inbox me, because it can be done. There are so many resources out here to help us. Single mothers, even mothers in relationship, married mother, there is resources out here. I've been in my house a year now. I purchased my own home last year. It can be done. And when I say I make minimum wage, damn near, like, I don't make no whole lot of money. And I was able to buy a home. There are programs out here that'll give you the funding that you need to do damn near anything. So do not be discouraged. Being a single mother is not all bad. Yes, we made bad decisions, or we fell for the wrong guys, okay?
Correct. And it's normal. It is
okay.
So normal.
The positive thing behind single mothers, and I want a lot of women to read into this, just because you're a single mother doesn't mean you lost your superpower.
Girl,
you are a superwoman.
Correct.
Yes.
Single mothers who have superpowers. We mean everything to our children. I mean, we are the world to our children. So
it wouldn't be no world if it wasn't no us.
Wouldn't be no one if it wasn't for us.
Okay.
Correct. Right.
So before we close this out, do you guys want to plug yourselves in? Like, do y'all have a social media page for your podcast already?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and plug that in.
Okay, so we are on Instagram, Single Moms After Dark. This is all together on IG. We are soon to start a TikTok. I'm going to do that probably tomorrow, actually.
Okay.
And then we are on YouTube as well. Single Moms After Dark. Simple, straight to the point. We're going to do a Facebook as well, so people can chime in, can post and things like that. And the questions, like you were saying, get in contact, talk to us. We'll make it a subject of whatever on the show.
And we'll bring you on.
Correct. Oh yeah, we definitely gonna bring you on.
Yes, I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Yeah,
well, I want to thank y'all so much for sitting down with me. I really appreciate it. I know y'all got the kids in the background, so I definitely didn't want to keep y'all too long. And it's perfectly fine. Listen, the babies are welcomed, okay? I know the content can get a little out of hand. We get vulgar, we cuss, but look, it's okay to cuss.
The thing is, single mom, your kids here cuss. Okay?
Damn, mom.
Yes, ma'am. They hear the curse. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's another thing. We're really real, blunt, straight, cut to the point. And we know people are out there like us. So this is, our
like we say, let's have the conversation.
Yes. Well, I definitely appreciate you ladies so much for sitting down with me. This will not be the last time. I love y'all with everything in me. I'm actually sitting here looking at my desk. I got a gift for y'all. I want to meet up with one of y'all, and I got a gift for y'all. I got 2 extra podcasting mics that I don't use that I want to give to y'all, so y'all can make sure y'all audio. Yes, I want to do that for y'all because I believe in y'all that much. Okay, I believe in y'all that much. So I definitely want to make that happen. I bought 4 mics at one point. I don't use them, so I'm gonna make that happen for y'all because I really, really, really believe y'all podcast is gonna pop like that. Because when I tell you the conversation needs to be had, it needs to be had. So yes, thank y'all so much for sitting down with me. I really appreciate you guys. I know I hope y'all enjoyed the little break that y'all got from being moms, but now it's time for y'all to go back to moms.
Time to clock back in.
Right. Well, thank y'all so much. I really appreciate y'all coming on, okay?
Thank you.
You're more than welcome. Thank you. Y'all take care.
You too.
Yeah.
Bye.
What's up, you guys? It's Aisha, Hadiya. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to the Coffee and Apple Juice podcast. Make sure that you're right here with me every Wednesday where I'll give you new episodes where we're discussing any and everything involving the culture. Also, check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.